Hey Clams fans, I'm Jacob Smedley along with this week's Catching Up with the Clams infielder Luke Myers. Luke, thanks for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
First question, talking about your durability. 36 games, you played in every Clams game this season. You played in 52 games in the spring for the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Where has that come from for you being able to, come out, availability being your best ability?
I think it's kind of more like routine. Just like making sure you're in the weight room, not doing too much, but make sure you're doing enough. Run a little bit as well, but also just playing the game. So.
Also playing the game, you've won it one of the best on the teams in working at bats, working your walks, being patient in the at bat. Another kind of league team leader in the spring and in the summer. What's your approach at the plate that allows you to be so patient, working the count and working the pitcher on the mound?
Kind of just first pitch, kind of just set on one pitch. If it's there, I'll rip, but if it's not, then I'm letting it go. And then kind of just goes like that for the rest of the at-bat, but obviously not being too picky as the at-bat goes on. Once again, 2 strikes, just have to have a good approach, widen up, shorten up on the bat. And I don't have a big swing either. Like I don't have a home run swing, so I keep everything short, and I tend to get the ball in play sometimes. So.
And we're right here at second base. You've played second, you've played short this summer for the Clams. Kind of talked about it before, but what's that adjustment for you moving back and forth? What's that communication like with the other infielders during the game?
Communication, I'd say, is pretty much the same. But the biggest thing for me, and I would think for most baseball players that play second and short, I'd say is the footwork. Your footwork's got to be down. Shortstop's a lot of different type of footwork than second base. That's the biggest thing. That's the thing I try to work on the most, because that's what I have most trouble with when it comes to playing shortstop.
Now, you're from Nanticoke, Pennsylvania. We're both northeastern PA guys. You've played baseball there in high school, going down to play in Princess Anne and Maryland Eastern Shore for college ball. Now here in Edenton. How does Edenton stack up to your other baseball spots so far?
At school, I live in Salisbury, Maryland. It's a nice little city. Ocean City, Maryland's right by. So that's a lot different than Edenton and Nanticoke. Edenton and Nanticoke are very similar towns, so it's not really much of a transition. But where I live at school is a lot different than Edenton and Nanticoke.
Now, if you weren't playing baseball, what would you be doing? What would Luke Myers be doing if he wasn't controlling the middle of the infield?
Probably either in the military or I'd be fishing right now, for sure. Yeah, military or fishing.
What's the biggest fish that you've caught? Catfish? Any larger fish that you've got?
Mostly is trout fish, bass, catfish. I mean, the bass fish, I love bass fishing, but down here you get way bigger bass than you do up north, so I love going fishing down here.
That's awesome. Final question. You gotta know the drill. If you've seen the videos, MLB player that you would like to play with alongside you in the Steamers uniform.
I think we can really use Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani?
I really love Bryson Stott for the Phillies, but if I had to pick for the Steamers, it'd be Shohei Ohtani. We can really use him.
All right, Shohei Ohtani adding to the squad. Luke, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me.